Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to see how we can export all the SolidWorks part file in a specific folder into Parasolid document. How this macro is going to work is it is going to get the list of files in a folder, especially the part files. We are going to use a filter for that, and once it gets all the part files, it opens it one by one and then converts it into XT format and closes the file. So let's go into the code and see how it is done. So here we have all the declarations. We'll see one by one. First we have declared the SolidWorks application. So that is using this statement solidworks.sldbox. Then we have declared the model document, and we have also declared three strings, so which we will be using for getting the names and saving it and other things. And this particular last two things is for storing the warnings and error. So now let's go into the code. First line is to set the application in the variable that we have declared. So we can use the statement application.solidworks and set it to SW so which we'll be using in the future. So next step is I'm going to get the folder path through an input box. So how I'm going to do is I'm defining an input box here where I will give the path. So in the next line, what I have done is I have added a backslash to the file name that we received from here. So if you see my screen, if I select the location, it doesn't come up with an n slash. So that is why I'm adding it, concatenating it to the string that we got from the input box. So that's why I've given path plus a backslash character. So here we have an important line. We are using this to extract all the file names from the folder. So for this we are using the directory command, which you can see here. What we input to this is the folder path that we got through the input box, and the other thing that we have to pass on here is the filter. So here I want to pass on the filter as SLD-PRT, that is the path file with the extension .SLD-PRT. I've given an asterisk here because there could be a number of characters before this extension. That is what I mean. So now all the files with this particular extension is going to be fetched. So here I am doing a loop. So why I'm doing it is I'm getting each file names from the directory, and I'm opening it, and then I'm saving it to xt. So for getting the file names, this is the line. So here in the first line, what we see is we get into the loop. So I'm saying that you have to loop it until you find there is nothing left in as file name. So that is the declaration here. So here is the first line of code. So the first part name will be here, and this is the first line where we open up the document, that is the SolidWorks path document. So the first input is the path that we got from the input with the backslash and the file name that we got using the directory command. So this is going to be the first parameter that we have to pass in. The next parameter is the document type. So here it's going to be part document. So I have done. And the next one is how we have to open it. And this is the configuration. So if we give nothing, it takes the default configuration. The variable that stores the errors and the variable that stores the warning. The next step is I have got the active document and set it to the model doc variable that we have declared. And this command I am using to get the part name. So this command, apart from the part name, it gives it with the complete path, the path, part name, and with extension. So I'm going to use this particular command here to trim the extension. That is, if in a SolidWorks, the path file always has .sldprt. When I want to save it as xt, so this sldprt has to be x underscore t. So this is in the next line. So here two things I am using. One is the left command and is the length command. So what this left command does is it gives you all the number of characters that you give uh, to the left of the line. So suppose it has 50 characters and you say 40, it gives the first 40 characters in that particular string. So the input here is one is the string that you have to give and the length that you want to keep from the left. So for length, what I'm going to do is the part name could be varying. I don't know the exact length of the part. It as it varies depends on the folder and as well as the part name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the length of the entire text, and what I also know is the extension is SLDPRT. So that is 6 characters. So I'm going to get the entire length minus the length of the extension. So that gives me the number of characters that I need to keep left side of the string. So this line adds the xt format at the end of the string, and I'm using this particular line to save the path as xt format. So first I'm going to give the input, that is the path name and the part name with the extension, and as the next 0 indicates that it is saved as the latest version, and this is options. So the type 2 means you save the document and continue with what's on the screen. So to close any active document, you have to give the path name along with the path. So how I'm going to get is using the same command, that is model doc dot get path name. Then so once the document is closed, I also have to ensure that is now there is nothing left in the model doc, so that the next part can be assigned to it. So this is a good practice, so I'm doing it. I'm setting that the model document is nothing. So in this particular line, I'm getting the next file name from the directory and setting to the s file name, that is the string variable that we have. So then this continues the loop, and it does loop through until it sees that there is no other file left. So now let's run this code and see how it gets executed. You can use F8 to go through the steps one by one. So the application is set. In the next step, if you see, it is asking for the file location. So I'm copying this file location where I have all the part documents, and I'm giving it here in the input box. So once I give it in the input box, I'll expand this. You can see whatever I have given the path, it's here. It is without a backslash. So this particular line, when it executes, it gives the backslash at the end. And here in the directory, if you can see, I got all the files, the names of the files that has to be looked through. So the first name that I've got is baseplate.sldprt. So this checks whether the document is empty, and now the open doc command gets executed. If you can see, I'll keep it side by side so that you can see what is happening in the main window. So now we can see the first file is opened. So I'll run to the next line. So that is, I'm setting the document which is active into the SolidWorks model doc. So let's watch this carefully. So in this line, what you can see here, the file is active, file name is empty. So here now we got the file name. You can see it is the part that we have opened here with the extension also. Let me close this watch window and expand this so that you can see it clearly. So see what this step does. So when I execute this, it basically trims the extension. So now this adds the extension underscore xt. So this basically saves the file, and then it closes the file, then sets its to thing, get the next name, and now you can see the next name is bush. So that you can see it in the file name. So this particular line here basically replaces the existing file with the new file name. I'll run through this. You can see it is trimmed, this is added, it is saved, set as nothing, and now it is bush. So once it is executed, it's the next part. So that is that pin. Now this has to be looped. So maybe I'll run this in the fast mode so that you can see how the code executes all these commands very quickly. So that's the 2 more files I have. So that is executed. Let's go to the file explorer. Now we can see all the parts. That is, I have 5 parts, I believe. So here it is, 1 2 3 4 5. So all the part files that I've selected here, those are the files that got converted into xt. So that's it for today's video, guys. You can see the code, go through the videos multiple times, and you can see, and I would recommend you to see the line one by one, do it yourself, so that you get a good understanding of how the code is executed, and it will also help you in the next program that you do. I hope you like this video. Give us a like, so that would encourage us to do more videos on the topic. And if you want us to do any more topics similar to this, do comment it. So based on that, we will plan our next video. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell notification icon, so that you get an update once we post a video. Keep supporting us, and thank you.